Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on subtraction of decimals. Subtraction of decimal follows the same rules as those we use for subtraction of ordinary numbers. Remember, make sure the columns and decimals are perfectly aligned. So for the first example we have 7.4, take away 3.2, so we always start from the right hand side. 4 take away 2 is 2, 7 take away 3 is 4, and the decimals are perfectly aligned, and so are the columns. And we do that for every example. Here's a very similar one here, example 2, 6.89 minus 3.74. You can see when you do the subtraction, you put the answers perfectly underneath. So each column is perfectly aligned. Example 3, now I've got here a little note, trading is done in the normal way. So even though the decimal points are here, just carry on doing trading as you normally would. So 4 take away 5 does not work, and that's why we make that 14. But remember, this is the 1/10th column, the 1 over 10 column. So that's actually 14 tenths. And that's 5/10. But irrespective of that, just do the trading the normal way. And because we've borrowed here, we have to cross that out and make it a 7. Okay, you can't just trade without making the adjustment. So that 8 becomes a 7. So 14 take away 5 is 9, and 7 take away 3 is 4. Exactly the same here. We had 3/10 take away 6/10 you can't do, so we make that 13/10. Okay? And then because we trade, we cross that out and make that a 7. Now we can do the subtraction, and that's the answer. Notice everything is aligned beautifully. Example 5, exactly the same way. 13 take away 4 is 9, 14 take away 7 is 7, 17 take away 9 is 8, and 6 take away 3 is 3. That's the 1 over 10 column, and that's the 1 over 100 column. But I stress again, trading is done in exactly the normal fashion. Just ignore the decimals, just make sure they're perfectly aligned, and just carry on as per normal with trading. Same with that example, 5 take away 2 is 3. This is the 1/10th column, so 6 take away 8 we can't do, but that's why we make that 16/10. So when we trade, whenever we cross off a 0, we make that a 9. And then we go across again for our trading, cross off the 7 and make that a 6. So whenever the 0 is crossed off to make a 9, always go to the next column and cross off the digit and make it 1 less. Now we can do our subtraction, and that's our answer, 312.83. Example 7, it's just a little bit more involved, but the principles are exactly the same. Okay? So, you can see how the trading has gone on as per normal. 15 take away 7 is 8. Check that one is correct. 10 minus 2 is 8. 14 take away 8 is 6. 8 take away 6 is 2. And 8 take away 3 is 5. Now this one is the 1 over 10 column, that's the 1 over 100 column, and that's the 1 over 1,000 column. Exactly the same here. 5 take away 6 you can't do, so you do some trading. You cross off the 0 and make it a 9, and remember whenever you cross off the 0 you have to go to the next column and cross off again and make it 1 digit less. And everything else is normal. So when you check those subtractions, there is the answer. Example 9. So we're just continuing on now with all different types of examples. Just to give you some practice. Pause the video at any time to have a look at any of these examples, because I've made them as clear as I can with all the trading very clearly outlined. So please, at your leisure, pause the video and go through these carefully, and if you're not sure of something, talk it through with one of your colleagues or one of your teachers, and they'll definitely explain to you what's going on. Now here, this is an interesting one, the last one, for example. 0 take away 5 we can't do, so we borrow a 1. So we have to borrow the 1 from here, so we make that a 9. So see, as we keep going across, every time you cross a 0 and make it a 9, you keep going to the next column until you find a digit and you cross that off and make it 1 less. And you do the normal subtraction, and they are the answers. So when you pause the video, take your time, go through the normal rules, you won't have any problems.